Gorret Namwanje and Esther Suubi, members of Triumph Uganda Mental Health Support, talk on a bench outside. Dorothy Nakato Mubezi, a member of the International Disability Alliance, exits a building smiling.
We got the witch doctors, hospitals,
Gorret speaking.
asking for some help, but realizing at the end it was psychosocial disability.
Gorret and Esther walk and talk in a yard. Esther speaking.
I was in high school and I broke down mentally.
Dorothy talks with another woman on the porch of a house. Dorothy speaking.
It came when I was at school, so for me I didn't know about it until when I was brought back home.
Black words on a yellow screen say, psychosocial disability remains one of the most challenging and misunderstood areas of disability. Discrimination in education, employment, and more deprive persons with psychosocial disabilities of their legal capacity and liberty.
There is an English teacher. That one she could just enter in class and maybe
Gorret speaking.
the sickness comes. She tells the fellow pupils to take you out. The next time, say, I don't want to see you in my class. So you just move out. That you can't stay in her class when you're having a sickness.
Gorret and Esther talk on a bench in a yard. Esther speaking.
It came as a shock to me and also to my friends. I did have a lot of friends, but when I went back home and I came back to school, it was like a whole new environment.
Esther draws in a notebook. Dorothy speaking.
I stayed in the hospital for almost 2 weeks, but I didn't know what was really, I couldn't remember what is happening.
Dorothy braids another woman's hair.
They know that home is a challenging one. Get close, they are always troublesome, something like that.
Gorret speaks into a microphone at a conference, raising awareness about violence towards women and girls with disabilities.
I've learned that we should give care, respect, and show love to persons with disabilities, especially those having psychosocial disability, mental disability, and intellectual disability.
A photo of Gorret crafting with another woman. Photos of Triumph classrooms. Gorret speaking.
Even in our village, the nearby neighbors, they told their children to stop coming near me, that I will spread the disease to them also.
Gorret stands by herself in a yard. Esther speaking.
It was a whole new environment for me. I had like 3 friends who stood by my side.
A photograph of Esther in a classroom with other students.
But these other friends that I thought were friends didn't want to sit next to me.
Esther draws in a notebook. Words say, I am enough. Dorothy speaking.
Like we got for meetings and you want to stand up and talk to somebody saying, they may not give you a chance quickly.
Dorothy points to a sign that says, how can we get ready to access sexual reproductive health rights?
They think your contribution may not be in line with what they are discussing, which is not the truth.
Esther and Gorret talk in a yard.
I felt very bad, never happy.
Gorret speaking.
Because it hurts when they do something like that to you. I missed the lessons of English, but the good thing, I did it better than other subjects in my primary.
Esther reads a book called Mental Health Beyond Madness. Esther speaking.
Most of my friends feared me. They thought that if they just had a small connection of my skin to theirs, I would affect them or infect them with the illness that I'm having. It was tough, very tough.
A photo of Esther in a classroom.
So
Dorothy speaking.
You're prevented from participating in society in many other areas because of the misconceptions that people have about persons with psychosocial disabilities.
Photos of Triumph workshops. Dorothy speaking.
The advice I have for persons with psychosocial disabilities that have been stigmatized is for them to know who they are, to to know their value and treasure what they have.
Gorret speaking.
The first thing is to pray to God, because God hears every person's voice and prayers. The second thing, going for medication to hospital. Like I joined Atane Kontola on Bugembe Health Center so I just go every month for medication.
Dorothy braids a woman's hair.
We are supposed to show the world our potential. I advise persons with psychosocial disabilities,
Dorothy speaking.
where possible, with enough support to do their best.
A photo of two women talking at a workshop.
When I got to meet the executive director, who is my mentor of Triumph Mental Health Support.
Photos of Robina Alambuya, Triumph Executive Director. Esther speaking.
I got to realize that I am not the only person going through this. We are many.
Robina holds a sign that says, "Stop sexual abuse."
Listening to what my parents said to me, guiding me, counseling, what I should avoid, prevent, like peer groups.
Gorret speaking.
Even since I joined Triumph Uganda, they have been helping me in very many things.
Gorret speaks at a conference.
I, as Namwanje Gorret, a Ugandan from Jinja District, from an organization called Triumph Uganda Mental Health Support, I've learned that we should give care, respect and show love to persons with disabilities, especially those having psychosocial disability, mental disability and intellectual disability.
Gorret and Esther laugh together outside. Esther speaking.
So I decided that I'm going to become a voice for the voiceless so that we can speak up, to tell the world that we too are human beings. Yes, we do have special needs, but we are equal, we have the same blood.
Photos of Esther with Triumph members.
I advise them to take care, self-care. That when you take care of yourself,
Dorothy speaking.
you reduce on the relapses.
Photos of people in Triumph workshops.
Village leaders, community leaders and the police officers.
Gorret speaking.
To hear the voice of persons with disabilities, because one can be raped, takes the statement to police and they don't follow it because they could just say that, hey, you are disabled, how can we help you? They should hear their voices also, because they're also human beings like others.
Photos of Triumph members. Esther speaking.
There are people out there who wish they could speak up, but because they don't have the courage, they're not able to speak up. So I said, I'm going to do this for them.
I am Suubi Esther, a Triumph self-advocate and a university student.
Esther speaks in front of a Triumph sign. Dorothy speaking.
They should participate. This helps you to know your right and know how you fight for your right and advocate for others.
A photo of a woman holding a sign that says, "Why not affirmative action also in elections?" Esther speaking.
I believe that stigma can be eradicated from our society, from our community, if we join together and fight this. Remember, there is no health without mental health. My health is your health, and your health is my health.
Words on a screen say, "Together we can end stigma."